Okay, so I think I'm at the highest point now, looking down on the Serpent River. Yeah, it's all thawed out. Now, there's still some ice there though, you can see. Yeah, son of a gun, eh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I am certain that this area here has been worked before by heavy equipment. I can see where they piled big rocks to hold the hill up, and there's a post here, man-made post, and they got a marker on it. It's all rocks piled around it because they couldn't sink it into the ground because it's all rock up here. But that's some kind of a marker there. I might go a little bit farther back in there to see what it looks like back there, see what the snow conditions are like. I've never been up here before. Yeah, neat. Yeah, son of a gun. Very nice view of the Serpent River. I imagine like in the fall this would be a nice spot to come up because there are deciduous trees along there. As you can see, they're still bare now, but yeah, it might be some nice colors up there in the fall, so I'll keep that in mind for this fall. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could actually get my kayak out on Serpent River right there, because I've never paddled this section of the Serpent River. You can't really go very far, you know. That's why I never put my kayak in here. I'd probably have to carry it through snow to get it in there though. Son of a gun. Yeah. Way over there. What is that now? This is Serpent River. Yeah, that would be a dam. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. I think that would be a dam in the Quirk 1 mine site way over there. Or the Quirk tailings management area. That looks like a dam there, right in the center of the picture now. There's a lot of dams around here. And I've been up on most of them. Yeah, put a lot of kilometers on my feet around this area. Probably more than anyone who's lived here all their lives. You know, I'm well over 30,000 kilometers now. Who knows how far I am. I stopped counting. That's a lot of footwork. Yep. Anyway. Yeah, I should mention now that I'm way up here in a high spot looking down. I finally pulled the trigger on buying a drone. You know, I did a ton of research. I mean, there's so much stuff to read about them, and you know, you can't really make an informed decision without finding out what the situation is right now with drones. And I wanted the kind that's small and foldable, the one that folds up so you can put it in so I can put it in my backpack, you know. So I was after a specific type of drone, and I concentrated my research on that area particularly, and what I'll mention, I'll do a report on it anyways, a written report, because I'm much better at writing than I am at talking. If you haven't noticed already, I'm terrible at talking, because the reason is because I never do it, you know. The most talking I ever do up here is when I'm taking videos like this. Otherwise I never talk, so that's why I'm not good at it. I'm terrible in social situations because I'm not a social person. I stay by myself, and when you don't practice something, you're not good at it, like everything else. So, but I am good at writing, so I'll do a written report on why I chose the drone that I chose. And one thing I will say right away is that through the research that I did, these kind of drones, especially the smaller drones, they're still in a stage of development, so to speak. If you're looking for a small drone like the one I got that has everything you want, it's not likely you're going to find it, because you'll find some drones that have some of the things you want, and then other drones that have other things you want, and it doesn't seem that there's one small foldable drone available right now that has everything that I want. So I had to compromise. I mean, and also if you look at, like I do a lot of looking at reviews, but that's not all I look at. If you look at the reviews alone, they can be very misleading because because of the human mind. You know, like I'm always saying, people have some built-in grudge against certain types, and once they get that built into their minds, they just go everywhere bad-mouthing it, you know. They can't get enough, they can't say enough bad about it, you know. And you could find that with every drone. Not even the ones that are supposedly the best kind, which there really isn't, unless you want to spend $1,000 and more for a drone. And if you're spending that kind of money on a drone, then, you know, in my opinion, you have too much money, you know, because it's idiotic to spend that kind of money on a drone. And some of them, I've seen drones go up to $17,000 to $20,000. Can you imagine that? Walmart has a drone for sale for $17,000. It's just crazy. And the Chinese have picked up on this, and of course that's where all these drones come from. And they're trying to get drones out as quickly as possible. You know, they're saturating the market with drones because they know that they're selling pretty hot right now. And as a result, they don't do a lot of testing on them. It's like Microsoft when they introduce a new operating system. They don't test it all the way, you know. They send it out to the customers and have the customers test it for them. You know, it saves them money. It's smart, but it's really hard on the customers because they get frustrated and then they say, oh, I'm not going to use this operating system. The operating system gets a bad name. And it's the same with the drones. They send them out, they're not really perfected yet. And I know that the drone I got is not going to be perfect. I've already read reviews not only customer reviews, but website reviews and reviews that seem to be non-biased, you know. There's a lot of biased reviews out there. But I already know the one I picked is not perfect. It might have issues, but if I waited for a perfect one, I could be waiting for 10 years. So I decided to get this one, and I'll explain that all in written form on this blog post. Anyways, long enough. Let's go farther in here.